I read this quote years ago and felt it was quite dramatic, exaggerated. But the more I looked around and at myself, the more I realized it was painfully true. Like many of us, I spent my early 20s chasing the corporate dream, the impressive salary, the catchy job title, a designated spot in a cool office. I thought that the higher I climbed the ladder, the more valuable I would be to society, to myself. But I never once stopped to question if these were my own ambitions or just something I picked up seeing around. Never questioned the sacrifice of time and health I was making for it. And when it hit me, I couldn't unsee it. That's when I decided to quit the rat race. There are so many people that are working all day long doing something that is deeply unsatisfying, almost painful and soul-killing. They are stuck in traffic all day and then they are stuck in a cubicle. And taking a bathroom or a tea break becomes the only escape to breathe and zone out. I started my career with a very difficult and toxic, almost 7 days a week job, only to switch and get yet another tiring and unfulfilling 6 days a week work. I eventually got a job that I was good at and it wasn't making me miserable. But the workplace and the office politics, along with the repetitive work I was doing year on year, made me increasingly dissatisfied. For the first few years, I just kept going despite knowing how rushed and unfulfilling my life felt. Because we are always told that you need to struggle in the beginning to get to somewhere in life. So I thought pushing through would get me promotions, that a bigger paycheck would mean I was doing better than others. But here's what I didn't realize. Each promotion came with more responsibilities and pressure. For every pay raise, there was always someone making more. And every time I checked another box of quote-unquote success, it felt like I had lost a little more of myself in the process. I was overworking, exhausted, barely making it through the day. But I kept telling myself that it would all lead to happiness, only to realize that it was just an illusion. And that was scary. From the outside, everything looked great, but inside, I felt like I was trapped in a hamster's wheel, not knowing if there's even a way out. And I know I'm not the only one who has felt this way. Talking to my friends, my peers, even some of you, I realized that so many of us felt stuck. From the time we are kids, there's a roadmap already laid out for us. Study hard, get a good paying job, work for decades, and then maybe retire and finally enjoy life. And it's a great roadmap for many. It's comforting and assuring. But it can't be the only one. It can't fit the 8 billion of us. As different as we all are, our definition of success is also diverse. And slowly, my definition changed too. I no longer took pride and pleasure in climbing the corporate ladder and making endless money. If I can't wake up one day without stress and can't have my mornings or evenings to enjoy life, enjoy what I'm making that money for, then it's not worth it. So I made a gradual shift. While doing what was required of me, I started detaching myself and my identity from my job, choosing to spend more and more time introspecting, what it is that truly drives me and fulfills me. I slowed down and took out time for things that mattered to me, and in that process, I started living more fully. I know that stepping away from the rat race isn't easy. Not everyone can quit their jobs or radically change their lives overnight. But what if we could redefine success for ourselves? Say, if society didn't define your life's path or success metrics, what would you want it to look like? What would it mean to live life on your own terms? For some, working a 9 to 5 could be what they want, and that's totally understandable. But for me, it meant working on something I genuinely like and having flexibility in time to enjoy other things I love doing. So I began to plan my dreams. I stopped spending extra hours at my job, started exploring my interest areas and trying new things, and slowly built the knowledge and understanding of what I wanted to pursue. I also started living more mindfully to be financially strong and have at least a year's backup fund. For the first time in my life, I felt like I'm doing what feels right to me. And ironically, for the first time, I had no idea what I was doing. But I don't feel lost. I'm enjoying every step of the way. And while it's not easy, what you get in return is worth it. A meaningful life and freedom you have always longed for. If this video felt meaningful in any way, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.